I'm making a stencil, and one of the problems that I had on the old one, it was a little bit too thick. So it would be hard to get your pencil lead in there, and it would break really often. So I need a thinner one, so I've got a thinner piece of plastic here, and I'm going to be using the K40 laser cutter. I have a few modifications that I've done to it. It's got an air assist and a nice LED strip and a few other things, but it works really well, especially on this thin plastic. The air assist makes a big difference, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. I've got it secured in place here, and this is like a corner jig. So right there is where the laser will set to, that's its home point, and then I have it just a little bit up there with a little bit of buffer. I'm going to go ahead and close this. I drew this logo in Inkscape, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. At the very bottom setting is vector cut, and I'm going to go 13 millimeters a second. In fact, I'm going to bump that up to 20 millimeters per second, and then go ahead and cut it. I'm using K40 Whisperer, and it does a great job. Definitely too much air coming out of the air assist. It's a pretty thin piece of plastic, so I'm going to cut another one. And I'm also going to cut it at a higher speed. A higher speed because that was making the line a little bit too thick. I think it was melting the plastic more than what I wanted it to. And cut out a new piece of plastic. Because it's such a thin sheet of plastic, I'm not going to use the air assist. It's just going to push it away like a sail. So I'm just going to tape it down and bump the speed a little higher. I'm going to bring the speed to 35 millimeters per second. And this turned out really nice. Very crisp line. Taking that speed up did help a lot. On most things, the air assist is really nice and it helps a lot, especially if I'm cutting, like, say, thicker acrylic like this. It helps so much because the acrylic doesn't melt back together. It just penetrates right through. It does a great job. The thin stuff really just pushes it out of the way. In this case, it's nicer just to use no air assist and a higher speed.